Hello, everyone! Welcome to Rando-Saturdays. Hopefully, this is recorded. I just recorded a 10-minute video, which will never be uploaded, where it was completely silent. I realized at the end, oh no, it's not my webcam. My microphone's not plugged in. Oh, and nothing was recorded. Holy crap. Holy balls. Anyway, let's just go on and start this. We're going to start with some silly, cool things. We're working our way up to tech and then end on a sad note. I don't like ending on a sad note. Most of the time on Rando-Saturdays, I try to be as positive. I want to be as positive as possible. But I think that it's necessary because of what's happened since the last Rando-Saturdays, which, by the way, was fun. Honestly, a lot of fun. I actually was like, on Thursday, I'm like, I can't wait till Saturday. I want to do this again. But anyway, we're going to start silly. I don't know why I say silly. It's literally just a little bit about the channel. It's not really anything silly. But, you know, first of all, I'm really excited about several things that's going on right now because I'm involved in two podcasts right now. One with Super Dragon, which is literally about My Little Pony. Like, random. It's just called the Dragon Pony Alliance, which, by the way, I thought was clever, and honestly, we randomly came up with it, and I'm really happy about it, and honestly, it's so much fun to record. We just talk about a certain topic in My Little Pony. It's a lot of fun. Also, there's another podcast called Super Tech Bros, which me, Super Dragon, and I keep forgetting the guy's name. Hold on, sorry. I feel bad. I feel really bad. Mike. How do I forget a name like Mike? Plus, I did a reaction for him. Yeah, I did the Grand Theft Auto 5 reaction, and it was his video, and it was alright. It was alright. But anyway, we're doing a podcast. Link to it in the description below. Link to both podcasts, by the way, if you're interested in checking them out if you haven't already. But anyway, moving on. I'm just really excited. But another thing, something I'm thinking about doing is I have a few pieces of art that I owe Cameron on Twitter. You know who you are if you're watching this. I'm thinking about doing a speed draw of it, including all the mistakes, just as a video idea. Because honestly, I need to get it done, and, you know, I don't see why I don't just do a speed draw every time I do a drawing. Because I feel like that would be a more fun way to do things. And honestly, I mean, any video ideas are not... no ideas are bad ideas, as long as it's not Logan Paul style dumb. But, you know, moving on. We gotta keep it lighthearted until the end. But anyway, moving on to, like, news stuff. Tech news. And this time it's not about Elon Musk. First, Google's Yeti, according to Ars Technica, is reportedly a gaming hardware streaming service beast. According to the information, Google has been working on this for the past 2 years. Okay, so Google Yeti, if you don't already know, is a rumored gaming system that has a streaming service. And it's unknown yet what kind of games will be on it, what kind of specs will be on it. You know, it's all speculation at this point. And honestly, I'm excited about speculation. In fact, there's going to be a podcast episode for Super Tech Bros that talks about this. And honestly, we are all three of us are all really excited about this. Like, we don't know what it's going to be. And honestly, I am legitimately excited because it could be an interest. It's going to be interesting because Google has a lot of money to throw at this, or should I call them Alphabet, which is their parent company. But the deal is I'm actually excited about this. Also, I also want to talk about, you know, before we get to the serious thing, another thing that's exciting is that we're going to do our obligatory Elon Musk thing. So, we know he has SpaceX, we know he has Tesla, but did you know that he has a company called the Boring Company? It's anything but boring. They're literally drilling underneath Los Angeles, trying to make a Hyperloop type deal, or not Hyperloop, no, well, like an underground tunnel network, three-dimensional, like above and below each other, so that the congestion can be less. He's trying to make a two-dimensional road system into a three-dimensional road system because he was inspired one day. He was driving home from work and he got mad because he was stuck in traffic. He's like, screw this, I'm gonna make a company. And he did. And he's working on it. And honestly, it's really cool that he's doing this. If you guys know anything about it, go ahead and talk about it in the description. Okay. I'm gonna move on into a sad, serious topic. In Florida, there has been a school shooting. I honestly, I'm really, it really saddens me every time there's one of these things. And I don't know. I don't think I should have talked about this, but it's been on my mind. Honestly, like it's been kind of hard, like talking about this to anybody because, like, okay, I have a niece. She's 6 years old, and every time there's one of these school shootings, I just look over at my niece and go, I tell her I love you, and it really because I'm not a parent, but I worry about my niece every day she goes to school. Um, this is getting ridiculous. We've had at least 8 school shootings in the last 7 weeks, and honestly, it really saddens me. Like, it's very terrible, and I feel like something has to be done. People talk about the gun debate, and honestly, like on Twitter, I even talked about this. I said, maybe instead of doing a gun debate, maybe we could, remove the children from the equation. We could literally put them, like, you could go to your state legislator and, suggest something like, I don't know, like replacing the current school system with online schools, using, getting rid of the infrastructure on the schools, restructuring it into an online school system, and the amount of money you would save would pay for not only the education of your kids and laptops for every single one of those kids, but literally pay for early college for people. And honestly, like, I don't know, like, but this whole thing is like, it tears me up. And every time I read about it, every time I talk about it, it just sends me spiraling down. That's why I saved it for the end, because I knew as I got further in the video, like, I knew that I was gonna have to talk about this at the end, and because that's what I planned. But I think I'm going to. I'm gonna. I can't talk about this. But I'm gonna go ahead and do a moment of silence in this video before I continue with the rest of this segment. Um, but yeah, this all this really breaks my heart. I love everyone, and I would never. I don't hate anyone. I love everyone. I hate sometimes people's. I hate people's decisions, and no matter how awful, I love some people's decisions. But this right here is inexcusable. We need to learn. People need to learn how to get along, and I know that sounds like a naive thing, but it's really just all I suggest. Like you go to your loved ones, you go to your friends, whether in real life or on Twitter, and you let them know that you love them. Is all I suggest. I'm sorry that I didn't mean to turn Rando-Saturdays into anything good, bad, ugly. I honestly, anyway, I love you all, and try to have a good Saturday, everybody. Goodbye.